Hey, it's Coach Pryor here at the Pryor Baseball Farm here in Wesley Chapel, Florida. And we wanted to take some time to really talk about really some of the problems in youth baseball from a number of different angles. And then really to kind of position, why Farm League exists. We play two seasons. We have a summer season and we have a winter season, and you can play 12, 8, or a 4 week season. It's an opportunity to get gameplay with instructional development. It comes also with a 12-week online instructional course. So whether you're doing 4, 8, or 12 weeks, you're going to get the full 12-week course when you buy into Farm League um, for your instructional development. So it's a great way to get gameplay and get some instructional development. And we're going to talk first and foremost, about the problem, generally speaking, and we can talk about each one of these programs in length. And today is really just to break the ice and break some bread on these problems, and then that'll lead us kind of into why we created Farm League, and as we enter our fourth year of Farm League this summer, why did we create it, and how has it helped kids transition to play youth baseball, and to be greater prepared, whether it be at the community-based program or in the travel ball system, because those are really the only two systems you have. And then, the future is that we'll probably develop into a third system or complement those two systems during the off season. So we'll talk a little bit about why we created Farm League, and then what the players get. We mentioned about the online course, which is great because you're going to get context there and information, but you're also going to have video support with some of the instruction and the drills that we feel are a great starting point for building your baseball youth foundation. So we'll get into that, and you can kind of see here. I wanted you to get a quick scan on why Farm League exists, the problem, why we created, and what the players are going to develop into. But let's go right into some of the pain points. There's a few of them there, but we're going to get right into those pain points right now. We kind of just focused on the top 10. You could probably even narrow this down to the top 5, but we're going to blow through 10 main pain points. Just one, it's just like when players come here to the farm, first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a player evaluation or a player assessment. We're going to look at all the different parts that are moving. What are the parts that need fixing? Usually there's a lot of different areas. And then we're looking at the main disconnects in each element of the game, whether it's fielding, hitting, pitching, throwing, base running, whatever it is. We're going to look at the disconnects, and then we're going to get players connected so they can move in the right direction and have a level of success in their performance, and eventually achieve those higher level results as they move through their baseball journey. Whether that's just to excel where they're at, to make a particular team, play in high school, college, or even in the MLB. So we need to start with the diagnostic of, what are the disconnects or problems, I guess. But we say disconnects here at the farm. So we're going to get our language right. We're going to look at the disconnects and or pain points that we feel that have been communicated via the parents within youth baseball. So diving right into it, the first one is a lack of real player development. Parents feel that their child plays games but does not receive enough quality instruction, skill work, or individual development. There's too much focus on winning. Many programs prioritize trophies, rankings, and weekend results over teaching the game the right way. There's inconsistent coaching. Some teams have great coaches, while others rely on volunteers who may not have the time, training, or baseball knowledge to develop players properly. Politics and favoritism. Parents often feel that playing time, positions, and team selections um, are based on relationships instead of effort, ability, or development needs. The fifth one is, high cost of travel ball. Travel baseball can become expensive with team fees, uniforms, hotels, gas, meals, tournaments, costs, and private lessons. Too much time commitment on families can lose an entire weekend to tournaments, long drives, and unpredictable game schedules. Players can burn out. Kids can get tired of constant games, pressure, and year-round schedules without enough practice, rest, or fun. Not enough practice. Many teams play far more games than they practice, which limits true skill improvement in throwing, hitting, fielding, and baseball IQ. Poor communication. Organizations, parents get frustrated by last minute schedule changes, unclear expectations, confusing fees, and inconsistent updates. And lastly, players get left behind in many programs. The best players get the attention while developing players sit, struggle, or even receive the help they need to catch up. What are parents looking for in their baseball journey? Parents are just looking for more baseball. They're not just looking for more baseball. They are looking for a program that gives their child development, confidence, fair opportunity, clear communication, better coaching, and a healthier experience without wasting time or money. Considering these top 10 pain points are reasons why a lot of parents love the Pryor Farm League for gameplay and instructional development. Listen, we're not going to go into every single bullet point, because I think if you've been playing in the youth arena, you've had an experience in one or more of those pain points that we just mentioned. And it's kind of one of those proverbial, if the shoe fits, wear it, if you're a coach, a parent, or a player, and then to assess accordingly your particular situation. But if you're spending a lot of time and money and you're not getting the development to continue to learn and play the game, that's probably a poor roadmap. You don't have a good blueprint for success for your player. Yes, it's nice to play games, and yes, it's nice to be part of a group and be, socially connected. But you really got to look at why your kid's playing baseball and what are you trying to get out of it. Listen, all the kids are cute in uniform when they're young. When they're young, they're sponges. They're going to absorb a lot of information if they're getting good information. And even some kids can be athletic and excel at a very young age. But what happens is you don't get the right training and development for that player, and they wash out early, 10, 11, or 12, they're washed out, okay? They can't play anymore. Or the team you were playing on, they don't want you anymore because you don't fit their program. It's a proverbial thing we hear all the time in baseball, is like, we're just looking for the right fit. It's a great way to get out of a conversation without giving any kind of real roadmap or blueprint or direction for the player to improve. Because a lot of these organizations are just looking to put the best kids together for all-stars or for travel ball or whatever program you're in. So anyways, without getting into a big soapbox, those are some of the pain points. So let's shift gears a little bit and look at some of the things that parents love about Farm League and what we do here at our organization, both here at the Pryor Baseball Farm for instruction, our online courses, our business in a box for those wanting to learn how to coach and earn $100K every year as a coach. We have a business model for you as well. But in particularly Farm League, going into our fourth season this summer, let's talk a little bit about what we've learned over the last 4 years. The Pryor Baseball Farm, we're in instruction. The instruction is built into the gameplay. Farm League is not just games. Players receive instruction before gameplay, so they are learning, practicing, and then applying skills right away. The development comes before winning. The focus is on helping each player improve, gain confidence, and understand the game instead of chasing trophies or weekend rankings. Listen, with Farm League, we do have the instruction. We have the online course that you follow. We have the drill segments that you follow online. Um, and then the other part with that is the game. There's no coaches. All right. There's no umpires. So parents, you got nobody to yell at, nobody to blame. The kids really have to stand on their own 2 feet, work within a group and negotiate all of those social skills that they would negotiate in their peer group. Like with base running, there's not a base to say run. There's not a third base coach or coach out there saying run or slide or this or that. The kids have to figure that out, and we want to create an environment so that the kids can make mistakes. By making mistakes, they get better. Okay, they didn't tag up on a fly ball. Well, once they do that 2 or 3, 4 times, 6 times, a dozen times, whatever it is, their peer group's going to let them know. And they're going to get smarter with that because they don't want to get thrown out, so it really internalizes the pain of failure, that they want to be successful. They're going to pay attention a little bit more. So the game has been phenomenal for all of those reasons. We're kind of creating an environment where the kids are forced to step up, get ready, and get real with their skills. And when they're ready to get real, they'll get ready. So this is a great environment to have fun and learn, along with the instruction we provide. But the gameplay itself is going to teach them, probably better than any other format that's out there, how to play the game from a situational IQ perspective as they continue to work on their individual skills. Okay, so very important with that. And the parents all know that we're all there for the same reason, to have fun and to get the development that each player is looking for so they can progress their gameplay and their performance and the results they want in their baseball journey. So our third point here, why people love the Pryor Farm League, is they get more touches and more reps and more action. Because the Farm League's format, players are consistent involved instead of standing around or waiting for the ball or sitting on the bench. There's no bench warming. Every player participates. The league is designed so kids rotate, play, hit, field, and stay active throughout the game. On that point, the kids do rotate in the game from outfield to infield to pitching to hitting. In our minor league division, all of the players, our coaches do a coach pitch, so they sit on a bucket and they pitch at the pace of their age level. But by getting more strikes and the kids feeling more confident with the coaches throwing, we're able to get more contact into the playing field, which allows us obviously to have more touches on the ball, which means we get more situational play, which means our IQ and baseball awareness increases, and is great in creating that learning environment. So that's a huge part with coach pitch at our minor leagues division. And then we do have a majors division where we'll use kid pitch and or a pitching machine like a Hack Attack Junior that can throw at the right pace for those older boys, kind of get 11, 12, and sometimes even 13 as we're preparing them for high school. So great that, every player is going to rotate. Every player plays every position. Every player gets an opportunity to play multiple positions. We don't allow players when they're going through the rotation to play shortstop. Every time they rotate to the infield, they play shortstop. No, they're going to have 3 rotations. So that means they're going to play third, short, second. Maybe the next game, they're going to play first base, blah, blah, blah. So the idea, they're getting every player, every position, all day, every day. Next point 5 is, there's less politics, more development. Players are evaluated, coached, and the development and developed based on their needs, efforts, attitude, and progress. No parent politics or favoritism. Like I said before, we're all there for development. Everybody knows why we're there. So there's no hidden agendas. There's no all-star team picked in February before the season ever starts. Nobody needs to bring us a Starbucks gift card for coffee so that maybe your kid gets a vote for All-Stars. We're just there to help kids get better, period. No hidden agendas, no hidden doors. That's it. And you'll see that in the summer with our program. how it's facilitated. And this year in particularly, we're really excited about having our web-based online course that will follow the curriculum and the program this summer, so that you get that additional support at home. And again, this is the first phase, but we've started it. We're going to drip feed it week to week, and it's going to be amazing. You guys, I think, are going to enjoy and really benefit from the online support. The only thing I would say with the online support is you have to click the button and you got to go in and watch the training videos for you. There'll be a hitting, fielding, and a throwing focus this summer. So you'll get each week, you'll get one drill in each category, and your job is to do your homework in each one of those drills. So you only have 3 drills each week to work on. And then we've even given you a player check sheet so that you can log each week that you've done your work each day. And we're only saying that you need to do 5 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes with each drill. So if you're doing a couple minutes of that drill, let's say you just did a 2-minute drill, you would spend 2 minutes on each drill. That's a 6-minute training program in the morning. And then I would try to get to that 2 to 6 minute training program at night, kind of like brushing your teeth. Baseball is do something every day and work on a piece. And then you take one little piece and you click it to another little piece as you master those pieces. And then they start to create that chain of you being able to perform a particular movement and or a task, skill-based specific task within the game. So very important that we do our homework. Training is learning. And so you're going to come to the farm and come to Farm League to train and to learn. And then you're going to go home and you're going to practice, and you're going to get the reps that you need to get better. So that's where the focus and the discipline and the hard work really happens for you to have that kind of success that you're looking to have with setting in either a foundation, or if your kid's a little older, you're setting up for high school. All right. So moving right along into point 6. Point 6 is it's a better bridge between training and real games. Farm League helps players take what they learn in the lessons, small groups, and practice and apply into the live game situations. We're flexible and family friendly. Parents love that the Farm League gives their child quality baseball without the extreme travel ball schedule, hotel costs, and full weekend commitment. The 8th point that we brought up is they love the confidence grows faster. Players get repeated opportunities to hit, throw, field, make decisions, and learn from mistakes in a positive environment. And point 9 is baseball IQ is taught during the game. Players learn situations, decision-making, base running, field awareness, and how to actually play the game, not just how to take a batting practice. It feels like baseball should feel. Farm League brings back a fun, developmental, community-based baseball experience where kids enjoy the game, and that the league instruction and the real development without the politics, the pressure, the cost, the burnout, the traditional youth programs bring. The other point I wanted to make on this was that other point. I know what the point was I wanted to make on this was what we found. And again, it took a couple seasons before I even really saw the magic myself, but I had kind of an aha moment. It was probably in year 2, I think. I was standing out at the pitcher's mound, and I was kind of helping with the umpiring and the game on that particular day. And just something came over me. It was almost like a lightning bolt, like God just said, "Hey, take a look at this." And I looked out to the backstop where all the parents were at. And I have to say, man, it was really like a barbecue. I mean, it was like a big family reunion barbecue. I mean, parents were smiling. There was no stress. There's no yelling and screaming. Everybody's siblings and kids were all playing together, whether it was throwing a ball, climbing a tree, doing something, having a lollipop. It was just really a magic moment, man, to be honest with you, to see that we created something that really felt like a community, and just everybody focused on the same thing, getting better, giving their kids an opportunity to have an environment and an ecosystem that allowed them to grow and to be kids and to have fun. And man, it was magical for me. And we know from our parents, they have echoed the same response to us over the years, that they just love the environment. It feels old school, country, farm, where the kids are having fun, but they're getting some instruction. Everybody's growing. Um, and, nobody's left behind. It's for everybody, and everybody is at a different crossroad or at a different checkpoint on their journey and on their roadmap. And we're there for all the kids to continue to help and support them in their journey to, tick the box and get to their checkpoints, because everybody's going to get to where they get to at a different time, um, based on the time in the learning that they're receiving, and their application to their training and their learning at home and putting in their reps. It's kind of like, if you brush your teeth, probably go to the dentist, you ain't got any cavities. If you eat a lot of sugar or don't brush your teeth very often, you probably go to the dentist and there's probably a few problems. And it's kind of the same thing in baseball. If you're doing your homework, good things are going to happen. If you're not doing your homework, well, over time, it's going to start to get more exposed as you get older. And especially when you get to that big field, you think you're ready, and you've been playing travel ball or doing whatever you bought into, and you get to the big field and things don't look so good. And then you go to tryouts for high school and you get cut. So our goal here, bottom line, we help kids get into high school baseball, and we've had huge success with that. 100% of our kids have gotten into high school. Those that have trained with us in 7th and 8th grade, that's all we need, 2 years to develop you, and you'll be ready for high school. But if you get a head start at the younger levels, the road is you've got to have every opportunity to do all the things you want to do in the game. But ultimately, our mission statement here at the farm is we're going to help every kid play high school baseball. Some of our kids, they come in at age 6 or 7, and they're like, well, that's a long ways away, coach. I'm like, yeah, but it'll be here before you know it. And so what we say to the parents is, we're going to help you prepare for high school. That's what we do here. So it's all about our curriculum and the detail that we put into everything we do here at the farm. And because of that detail and our process and our approach and the culture that we're going to put you into, you're going to get better where you're at, because with that detailed curriculum and learning, you're going to get better right where you stand. And we're going to prepare you for the next thing, because the game's always going to get a little faster and players are always going to get a little better. And so the ecosystem will continue to grow as you grow. And so you have to always be prepared for the next thing. Otherwise, you're playing catch up, or you could potentially wash out and be so far behind that it's really hard to catch up. And that happens. So anyways, let me get off that soapbox, but there's some really good things that we do here and have done at the farm. So wrapping this up, Farm League starts this Saturday. We play from 8:30 to 10 o'clock over at San Antonio Sports Complex. And we'd love to see you there. If you're already in, we're going to really enjoy meeting you. We will have a little orientation this Saturday. I'll talk to all the parents while the kids are preparing for the game. It is our orientation day, but we're going to play and orientate everybody who's new to the league. There's an opportunity if you're not ready to get started, you got vacation, or you got lots of camps and things going on in the summer, no worries. We run a winter league as well, so pay attention for that. But we also run a 12-week, 8-week, and a 4-week program. So if you want to get in and get 4 weeks of Farm League, you're going to have 3 opportunities to enroll, because we have 3 4-week programs. We have 2 8-week programs, and then we have the full summer 12 weeks. And listen, when you sign up for the league, it doesn't matter if you can't make a date. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. The way we facilitate it, it doesn't matter if you're there or you're not there. You're still going to have your online course, so you get the content, the information, and your homework, so you can keep working on that while you're on vacation, um, or you have other commitments or camps. Uh, no problem, no worries at all. So just get with us if you have any questions. Phone number, you can go to our website, pryorbaseballfarm.com. You can get directly to Farm League by farmleague.com, and you can register there. And you can also give us a call at the office. Kim is in the office, and she will be able to point you in the right direction if you have any questions or concerns. For those that are already signed up, I want to welcome you to the Pryor Baseball Farm 2026 summer season. We look forward to seeing you at the park and down on the farm. Those that haven't dived in, we'd like to see you sooner than later, and you have every opportunity to enroll in either the 12, 4, or 8-week season in the summer. And if we don't see you in the summer, we look forward to seeing you in the fall. Again, I'm Coach Pryor. Dream big, train hard, and we hope to see you at the Farm League soon. Take care and have a blessed day.